Hi, I'm Alex, and this is a Yoga Nidra for inner awareness. Getting comfortable now. If you prefer to be seated, see that you have a pillow behind your back or behind your head. Maybe lift your feet up on something. Or if you prefer to lie down, you can take a bolster or some pillows underneath the knees, behind the head, and have something to wrap yourself up in. When we lie still for a while, our body temperature can drop. Maybe placing something over the eyes to block out the light. As you now start to settle the body back. And begin by softening the gaze and eventually closing the eyes. And with the eyes closed, it helps to become more aware of your body. So if you need to wriggle out any last bits of tension or activity still that remains in your body, you can start at the feet, wriggling the toes, and then at the hands, any shuffling of shoulders down the back. Sometimes turning the head side to side so you get that real sweet spot to allow the head to just rest back now. And we'll begin by taking 3 deep clearing breaths. So emptying breath out through the nose and then deep breath in. And open the mouth. Let that breath be fully released. Another deep breath in. Letting go. Last deep breath. And just notice now how the body naturally wants to soften and to settle and wait, feeling released out through the back of your body and out through the feet and the hands and out through the top of the head. This is an effortless practice. So just know anything that is required of you is that of listening into the guidance, listening into your own experience of this practice of Yoga Nidra. So we start by taking our focus to the breath, and the lips are closed, allowing the breath to steadily and freely enter in through the nose and release back out through the nose. Every new cycle of breath bringing you further into the present moment, breath by breath. And so this practice of Yoga Nidra for inner awareness is a practice to take us deeper to our internal experience of what goes on the inside of our physical body, inside of our subconscious and unconscious mind. and an overall sense of how we are and who we are on the inside. So we'll drop deeper now into the body by journeying through the body, using our awareness to lightly touch and move through parts of our body, starting at the top of the head. Take your awareness to the top of the head and drop it over the forehead to in between the eyebrows, the third eye, and over the face and to the hollow of the throat. And over to the right shoulder, to the elbow, to the wrist, and to the tip of the thumb, index finger, ring finger, little finger, back up to the wrist, elbow, shoulder, and back to the hollow of the neck, and over to the left shoulder, elbow, wrist, tip of the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder, and to the bottom of the neck. And drop your awareness down into the space of the heart and over and underneath that left breastbone and back into the heart, over and underneath the right breastbone and come back into your heart. And down, your awareness moves to the navel, to the abdomen, and dropping into the pelvis, to the right hip, the knee, ankle, heel, and the big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, back up that right leg, heel, ankle, knee, hip, and into the bowl of the pelvis, and over to the left hip, knee, ankle, heel, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, back up that left leg, heel, ankle, knee, hip, into the pelvis, and to travel your way with your awareness back up your body to the abdomen, the center of your chest, to the bottom of the neck, to the third eye, and back to the top of your head. Allow your breath to be quiet and soft. Let it naturally fill the space in your lungs on that in-breath, and to let go of and exhale out of the lungs on your out-breath. And then stay in that space outside of your body with your awareness. about 2 inches away from your nose, and in this space the breath is drawing in by the nose and flows down from the top of your sinuses, down the throat, where it splits into both the right and the left lung. The breath mingles with your blood and it changes so cleverly in the systems at work within your body. And from that change, the breath is pushed back up your throat, back up again to the top of the sinuses, and releases back out through both nostrils and back into that same space, 2 inches in front of your nose. But this time that breath has been changed, it has been altered. Therefore, a new cycle of breath begins as the nose pulls a new wave of breath into the body. So becoming aware of this place that is outside of your body, this place where the breath originates, and become aware of the place then inside of your body, where that same breath enters in and through, but then is chemically changed by your body. Before it exits out into that same place. This external space around your body and this internal space within your physical form. Become aware of external and internal space. Using the breath to experience these two opposites. And then using your awareness to bind together the in-breath and the out-breath the external space outside of your body and internal space within your physical existence. Bind these two together. Somewhere within your body, the heart space or your solar plexus just above the navel, binding together these pairs of opposites. Letting that go now. Holding your focus onto your breath. The inhalation and the exhalation. Anchoring you presently in every moment passing. Anchoring you into your body. Invite your awareness to gather information from your sensory awareness, feelings formed in your body, sensing taste inside your mouth, sensing anything that you can hear that's close by you or inside of you. Feeling sensation between your hands, your fingers, and your skin, what it's touching. An overall sense of your body, that felt sense of your body relaxed and resting in this Yoga Nidra practice. And how does it feel in your body now, in this very quiet, still experience in your body? Noticing and being the witness of what you can feel arise and falling away of your body. And bringing back attention onto your breath as you start to deepen the breath now. Letting out a sigh by the mouth. Next breath in. Invite the fingertips to brush against your skin or your clothes, and fingertips rubbing and stroking, and maybe squeezing your body, igniting that touch and felt sense of your physical form. And then another breath and a yawn, maybe to reach arms and point through the toes. Blinking eyes open and closing them down again to bring light back in through your eyes. If you're in a chair, you can blink the eyes open. If you're lying down, and carefully come back up to a seated position. And we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart space. And this practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed this practice of inner awareness, and I look forward to the next one. Thank you.